Hi, it's Pam Pryor, your first CFO, coming to you with today's tip for the day. And for this one, I thank one of my clients. So we'll get to it in just a second, but I just want to give a quick shout out to the Cash Flow podcast that I'm doing, which is now live. In fact, the fifth episode should have come out, I believe, got posted yesterday. So it's out there to grab, and I look forward to you giving it a listen. The podcast is great for something to listen to in the background and really start to get that confidence as an entrepreneur that you can know and understand your finances like the really successful 7-8 figure entrepreneurs do, because it's incredibly achievable. And we address that in the podcast, and we also talk about it in my book, Your First CFO, The Accounting Cure for Small Business Owners. We do it so that it doesn't hurt. And my goal is to be sure that 10,000 entrepreneurs jump up and say, finance is fun within the next year. So I'm hell-bent on doing that, and I am laughing with my clients as they go all the way to the bank while they are learning more and more about how finance really is a friend and not something to really be dreaded. People think about finance as numbers and accounting and math, and it is all of those things to the accountants. But to you, to the person who owns a business and runs your own business and is busy driving forward all the things you have to as an entrepreneur, what numbers are is a story. And that's what I'm trying to teach through both the book and the cash flow podcast, is that your numbers are a story. And you can do a few things to just tweak the way your current finance team, be that an outside bookkeeper, an inside bookkeeper, a tax accountant, you can change just a few things about how you set your expectations for them, and that can turn this incredibly valuable resource for successful entrepreneurs into the same thing for you. And that's what is so important for me to kind of get out there in the world. If you look at the successful businesses, be they large or small, but let's stick in the small business field for this discussion. If you look at them and you look at those business owners, they really know and understand their financials. And they don't hate them, right? It may not be their favorite thing in the world if it's not set up the way we set it up in Your First CFO, but they know those financials. It's part of what they use to run their business. And you as a business owner or an entrepreneur deserve exactly that same thing. And the message I'm trying to get out is that that's available to you. It's available to you, and it's affordable. And there are a few things that we're doing to get that message out. But one of the things, the biggest thing I need to do, is to get your trust in me that that's a true statement, that I've done over and over again in large businesses a lot of the work related to the CFO type services that are required in industry. I worked for 25 years at DuPont. I've worked at a large logistics company. I've worked at a baking company, both of those in the $300 million range. I've worked with a $100 million manufacturer. DuPont, where I grew up in accounting, was a Fortune 50 company. So all of that experience and exposure that I've gotten has taught me that there is a way to make numbers and finances meaningful to business owners. But when I look across the small business world, nobody's getting that level of service. So I aim to change that. And I really, really beg you to grab this book. PM me. I'll get it to you for free so that you can also learn and understand the pieces, the few things you need to know in order to make that be the case for you as well. So that as a business owner, you get the level and quality of financial service you deserve. It's available out there. And I'm just going to give you a quick example now of one of the things that you can do to start to get more meaning out of your numbers. And what I suggest is, if you have a bookkeeper now, again, whether they're outsourced or in the house, tell that bookkeeper, and we're talking now about bookkeepers who have experience with bookkeeping. So I'm assuming you have, in this case, an experienced bookkeeper. But tell them that you think about your business in a certain way. So talk to your bookkeeper. If you are, let's say, for example, a course creator, so you create courses for your online community. Let's just say they're electronic courses and you create them for your online community. Tell your bookkeeper that you think about your business in terms of, I have a package of low cost courses and I have a package of higher priced, much more in depth courses. And I think about my business in line with those two courses. I don't think of it as one big mush of money. Even that tiny little step can start to help your bookkeeper create things in a way that makes sense to you. And I want to push back from that a minute, because that conversation is one we just tend to not have with our bookkeepers, because we think that they know what they're doing and we can't really add any value there. But I'm going to challenge you to turn that around a little bit and think about the fact that that bookkeeper's there to serve you. So making sure that you're getting information that's useful to you is so key and so important that I really invite you to take a minute to explain your business to the bookkeeper the way you think about it, and watch and expect that he or she will start to do things now in a way that puts those numbers in context for you so that they're not just numbers. That's the whole point. We don't want finance to just be numbers for you. Your first CFO wants finance to be a storyteller for you, both to you about your business and a story that you can use to tell people about your business yourself. So that's today's tip. I hope you all have a great day. Please tune in to the Cash Flow podcast on iTunes. Subscribe to it if you would. Leave a 5-star rating if you find it useful. Leave your comments. Give me ideas on what to talk about, what might be useful for you. And we'll keep coming at you with gold content on how to make best friends with finance so that it becomes a real partner to you in your business. Have a great day. Bye-bye.